Hello and welcome to this edition of the PM Sports Page show.
We're back. We're back. Happy Wednesday.
Matt's promised us some bling for the PM Sports show page.
I'm looking forward to it.
Why can't I remember what this show's called?
Well, it's still new. We're only in like our 5th episode.
It's like Don Hughes says, I change every year. So. I'm glad to be joined by Activities Director, Coach Nathan Miller. I'm your host, Todd Patterson, and a little bit later we'll be joined by Mr. Don Hughes, the head of the Washington Demons marching band, among other things, as well as a couple of his stud drum majors.
They are studs.
Kate Flannery and Kale Malichki. Close enough.
Yep.
So, Coach, what do we have going on in the world of activities?
We are right in. Sorry, I interrupted you. We are right in the middle of homecoming.
It's like I'm not the host.
Yeah. Well, right. I apologize.
Right in the middle of homecoming.
I jumped ahead. We're right in the middle of homecoming. You know, we've had a lot of activities already this week. We had the cross country meet last night, which I'll review here in a little bit. It was actually last night might have been one of the most successful nights from a winning standpoint in all programs this year. We had 7th grade football won, 8th grade volleyball, all 3 levels of volleyball won last night, and boys and girls cross country. Both varsity teams swept the meet and won them both.
That's fantastic. So we're taking over the conference.
We are. Wash Pride, baby.
Wash Pride.
So
LGD.
It was a great night overall in Demon Nation, and we're excited for the rest of the week. We've got Powder Puff tonight. We've got tomorrow night Spirit Night, and then we have the big day. We've got homecoming all day long. Obviously, we've got the parade at 2, the pep assembly at 3, and then the game at 7. And then in addition to that, this year, the Booster Club and Washington State Bank are putting on a tailgater from 5 to 7 o'clock at Greenfield in the parking lot adjacent to the east of the football field. So we're excited about that opportunity that's going on as well. So just a really good. Yeah,
that sounds actually like events. A lot of fun. Actually, we were hoping to be able to play for that. The Fatback boys out there, but we'll be in Winona State again for some.
Yeah, I knew they were working on some music. I have not heard who they ended up.
Music.
Yeah, band. So just to recap, going back to kind of what I started with earlier, volleyball won last night at Keokuk. Excuse me, and we're looking at a number 2 seed in the tournament. The way it's looking, that information will come out here by the end of the day. First round of the conference tournament is October 3rd, so it'd be like next Tuesday in Fort Madison. That's a big day. That's my wife's birthday also, so we may be celebrating her birthday in Fort Madison.
Is it ends in 5 or 0 this year?
Ends in a 4.
Oh, so
it's
if you miss it, it's
yeah. Yep.
Happy almost birthday, Brandy.
Yeah, we can give her a birthday belated next Wednesday too. Football wise, tough loss Friday to Keokuk. Just was not a great game overall. Just a tough night.
Yeah. Sounds like Keokuk has some athletes that went to work kind of on us.
They did, and they had some big plays, some pass plays. Their quarterback's really, really good. I mean, he was tough to stay in the pocket. Very athletic kid, and so we knew that going in that was going to be kind of a tough match as far as being able to control. I mean, he did very well, very, very well. But it was their homecoming, so they had a little extra energy going into that game as well. Obviously, we have an opportunity to bounce back this week with Mount Pleasant. The guys gone back to work and are putting in an excellent week of practice to prepare for homecoming. So,
what do we expect from Mount Pleasant, you think?
Well, they've had a tough season. Mm-hmm. They had their homecoming last week and got beat 71-8 or something like that, 71-6. So.
Were they playing the Dolphins?
Well, no, Mount Vernon.
Oh my gosh, might as well.
Who likes to throw it a lot?
Yeah.
But I think right now the focus is what are the things that we can control and how do we steadily improve throughout the season and finish the season on the note that they want to finish it on. And so, one, it's Panther Week, as we call here in Washington. Mm-hmm. So that's a motivator. But 2, you throw in homecoming, and the combination should be able to,
sounds regroup. Like Joe Namath says, guarantee a win, huh?
Yeah, I'm not guaranteeing anything. I don't want any poster material going south. But our guys are working hard.
No one will care if I say it.
Well, cross country.
Yeah, let's move on.
Won both last night. Both teams ran really, really well. We had great weather. All the help that we had, the volunteers, was outstanding. I mean, we had 305 runners last night, and the only way that you can run a meet is with volunteers. And we're just very thankful for all the community members
Parking's
that come
tough.
out.
I remember that.
You know what, though? We had the driving range. So we're very thankful
Good.
to the golf course, Washington Golf and Country Club, for allowing us to park cars in that driving range, because with us not being able to do that, it would make things very difficult. We had over 400 fans there, spectators last night. So that was big. I mean, that's huge.
Well, congratulations to the boys and girls cross country teams. Those are incredible times and places.
Yep. The girls had 7 of the top 16 finishers, and Michael won the boys. They obviously
Tyler was third.
Tyler was third. So Kale was in there. Kale, what did he finish last night? 18th. So I mean, there was success all the way through to help that team get the victory. I gave the rundown of homecoming. Like I said, a lot of activities, a lot of opportunities for kids to be involved. We also have the volleyball matchup tomorrow. That's a big one during 5th block. So it's like the powder puff volleyball matchup. So it's the guys playing volleyball. So we've got the freshman team, the sophomores, the juniors and seniors, and that's 5th block tomorrow. Yeah.
So do the girls coach then the volleyball team like they do for the powder puff?
They've got coaches the same. Yep.
Do you guys have a float in particular?
They're building floats as well.
How many do you have?
Secret locations, 4 of them.
You have 4 of them?
Yep, 1 for each class.
All right.
So those will be unveiled Friday as well, just before the parade, and all of our judges will be going through and scoring them. I'd like to start like a Washington Cup at some point, because we have all these competitions. Like we've got the volleyball, the boys playing volleyball, the powder puff. We've got the float building. I think there's a way we could create like a Washington Cup
like by class.
Yeah, against, and then have that.
Like the Cyhawk series.
Something like that. So that's in my brainchild right now, just thinking if that's something we could maybe create. But
anything else?
Nothing. That's the rundown.
Well, as Hughes would say, enough of this sports ball talk. Let's go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll come back and be joined by Don Hughes and a couple of his stud drum majors.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
Hospice isn't a place, it's a type of care that focuses on living. Servicing a 7-county area, the Hospice of Washington County staff of nurses, social work, hospice aides, spiritual and grief support, volunteers, music and massage therapists are able to provide free end-of-life care where the patient lives. We write wills, give consent for organ donation, but rarely is there a plan for what we would want the final phase of our lives. At Hospice of Washington County, we encourage our patients to be in charge of their healthcare decisions while maintaining quality of life.
Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross. Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656.
I am Melissa Westfall with Homegirl Realty. Heather and Charlotte and I have worked together for many years, and we have always had a vision to have a business together.
I'm Charlotte Howard, and the good news is we bring a very high level of experience. We have a combined 80 plus years of experience in this real estate marketplace.
I'm Heather Merrick, and Homegirl Realty brings a lot of things to the table. We have phenomenal communication with our clients, buyers, and sellers to make sure things are going smoothly and you don't have anything to worry about.
Come and discover the perfect blend of fashion and home decor at Purposefully You Boutique and Home. Find that love it, gotta have it outfit or rustic farmhouse decor. Take one of our DIY sign workshops or rediscover a treasured piece of furniture with Annie Sloan Chalkmate. Conveniently located at 107 West 2nd Street in Washington in the Carson Plumbing Building, 1 block north of the downtown square. Purposefully You Boutique and Home, where we are here to inspire you.
Welcome back to the PM Sports page, Patterson Miller Sports page. I can't wait to get that graphic from Matt Bryan. I'm holding him accountable now. I'm your host, Todd Patterson, and I'm thrilled to be joined in the studio today by the one and only Mr. Don Hughes. Mr. Hughes, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
I'm also joined by Kale M. Malachi Shashevsky. No. Kale Malitsky.
There you go.
And Kate Flannery. Great to have you guys here. Sorry, Kale. If you're on, are you senior this year, though?
Yeah.
We'll try to get you on for another thing before you're done so I can get it right.
Right.
Mr. Hughes, how are things going in the world of marching band in particular this year?
It's going pretty well. We had a little slow start, but I think we're starting to get that momentum back, and we'll find out.
What do you mean by slow start? Like you guys weren't getting the tempo right?
all the way through band camp and early season, we had issues with just people missing, and band camp with a lot of people missing, we had to go back and reteach and reteach. So we didn't get quite as far as we had hoped to get. And then again, as people miss for whatever reasons, it just
snowballs.
Yeah, we just gotta play the catch up game.
So what is the focus of band camp?
Band camp, we have a whole lot of time. It's mostly learning just basics on how to march for all of our new kids. We try to put as much drill on the field as we can. We had our entire first tune on the field and part of the second one. Yeah, part of the second one. And we got to that point where we had some people that showed up the last few days, so we had to rock it back.
Go back in time.
Instead of continuing to move forward, we had to rock it back. And it does help having all the kids out there that already know the stuff. It helps those coming in late to pick up faster.
So how long is it? Is it a week or
we run for 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
9 days.
And how long each day? I'm always curious. Because it seems like you guys work incredibly hard. Our morning runs from 8:30 to 11:45. Then we do a 1:30 to 4:30 and a 6:30 to 8:30. For 9 days you do that?
For the first week we're there. The second week we cut our afternoon short by about an hour and a half because we run into the cross country camp.
Oh, gotcha.
And that takes a lot of kids out. And
so are you actively like marching and drilling on the field? You ever sit down and actually like learn the pieces specifically, focus on the music, or is it all designed to like learn it while you're marching?
That first week of band camp, we spent the afternoon sessions when it's the hottest inside.
Just learning the music.
Yeah. I think we did one, maybe two of those the second week, but at that point we were slapping drill on the field.
Yeah.
It's a lot of back and forth.
And who choreographs the drill stuff? Is that you or do you?
The only thing I don't do is drill. My drill is horrible. I make stupid little pictures and I can't get, So Carl Collins is the band director at North Scott High School.
Okay.
And he does our drill for us. And it's fun and it's very accessible. I tell him not to really, don't make it too easy. So our drill is probably harder than a lot of bands our size. It's pretty busy. We're moving a lot.
Sorry, I watch the drummers a lot, so
that's okay.
I get distracted with that. That's my favorite part.
But even as drummers, they move a lot.
Yeah. Well, I can't imagine being out there for the kind of time you're talking about playing quads or even, or a bass or even a snare, but like do you have a tuba or?
Yeah, we have sousaphones.
I don't know what you call them anymore, but I always worried about the trombones like wailing on people.
Yeah. And when we're setting drill, most of the time we just have charts and go. And if once we get to a certain point in camp, we move our frontline percussion people. They bring all their stuff out and they'll play for us while we march. Yeah. So we still have some of the tune going.
I've seen that. That's really cool. How many kids do you have?
We're at 65.
And where do you like to be? Is that big or small? Or?
It's smaller than I'd like to be. I think that the biggest we've ever been is about 107.
Holy cow.
Which was nice. I'd like to get it closer to that 80, 90 mark.
You start getting piccolos in there and stuff.
Well, I don't know. Let's not get crazy.
Mic them up, but so talk to me about your schedule here for this stretch, this season. I know you guys have competitions you're doing like on weekends and things like that too.
So we unfortunately, due to a lot of people missing our first one, had to bow out of our first one, which was Mount Pleasant. It's supposed to be a couple of weeks past. So our first time out competing will be this Saturday at Davis County.
Okay.
I'm blanking on what time we step off. Do you remember what time we step off? I think it's like 7:30. Yeah. 7:30, 7:45.
A or P. Okay.
Yeah, this is a late one, and we're close to the end.
Okay.
I think we're third from the end.
Okay.
It'll be a good
test.
Good test. Yep.
How many?
There are 4 3A bands that we're up against: Fairfield, Keokuk, and Oskaloosa.
Okay.
Oskaloosa is a strong competitor. They're a huge 3A. They're gonna be the one to go after.
And then so you do your entire drill. How many songs does that typically comprise?
We have 3 tunes.
3.
It can be 3 to 4. It just sort of depends on the year.
And I watched it, but your theme?
The show's called Unpaused. This is Kale's plan.
Is your vision?
He wanted to play video game music. Unfortunately, he didn't get all the tunes that he wanted, which he reminds me of a lot. Anyway, no, but it's all video game stuff.
So what are the tunes?
We have one from Halo,
okay,
one from Portal, and one from Cuphead.
Some of my favorite video games. I would have chosen Pac-Man, Centipede, and Galaga. Probably. You familiar with those?
Yeah.
The problem with that, though, that it's fine music. It's like the same 16 bars over and over and over.
I'm familiar. You can actually make
Yes.
a reasonable
Yeah.
living off of that.
Yeah, well, sure you can. Sure you can. And it's, one of the games Kale was hoping for was Ark, and I couldn't find anything that I could sell. I mean, it's really cool ambient music, but I don't think it would float out on the field.
Unless you're for like spa music. That was basically. So what's the end goal? Do you guys have a state
right.
kind of thing?
So after Davis County, the following week on the 7th, we compete at both West Liberty in the afternoon and Muscatine that night. And then on the 14th is the IHSMA state-sponsored festival. It's not a competition, no trophies.
Okay.
But it's a rating-based festival, and we go to Pella, and that's kind of the end of the competition season.
Okay. And then where do you go? What do you do? Concert band?
We still have another home game.
So you have a performance for that?
We have another performance for that, and then the week after we have a marching band in concert. We take the whole thing into the gym. The concert's sort of mostly a demonstration. It's how the thing works, how the different pieces come together, the method to my madness in arranging the music.
Do we want to see that?
No, not really. It's a chance. The reason we're in the gym, it gives the guard a chance to get out front and do their thing. But we'll do the first half is like a demo. Then we'll introduce all the classes, get a chance to talk with the seniors. They put together a slideshow from the season, which is always a treat. Yeah. And then after everybody gets done crying and blowing their nose, then we play the show.
Well, and once you're done and you go to concert band, we'll try to catch back up with you. I'd be interested in that. So we got to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be talking to KLM and Kate F.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our communities stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
You know, it's not a question of what all you have and so on with your life. It's who is in your life and how much you care for them and how much they care for you. And Tammy definitely cares.
I met Tammy about 20 years ago when her daughter was in Special Olympics and I was coaching. Told me that she was into doing senior benefits. We became even closer friends. She cares about everybody, especially the seniors. So call her.
Oh, welcome back to the PM Sports page. I've been happily joined by Mr. Don Hughes today. It was nice chatting with you, Mr. Hughes, as always. Now I want to get to the drum majors for the band, Kate Flannery and Kale Malichki. So, Kale, how do you become a drum major? Because you're the senior drum major this year, right? So you were the apprentice last year. Is that what I'm led to believe?
Yeah, Bailey was my mentor.
Bailey Reese?
Yeah.
Okay.
So your sophomore year, at the end of the year, you fill out a little paper on why you think you'd make a good leader and how valuable you think you are, like, to the field and why you think you should be a drum major. And then the following week, every morning you go in and you learn how to conduct from Mr. Hughes. And then after the week is up, the next week you go in and the band class is spent with the drum majors, like conducting the fight song and the anthem and calling commands. And then he ultimately decides who gets it based on the people.
So, Kate, what is the role of the drum major exactly?
The drum major conducts the marching band. Usually,
You go.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I was wrong. But
No.
We really
Well,
lead
you're
a
the
lot
apprentice, and it's
Right.
early in the year, so, maybe you are wrong.
Yeah, I could be. But we also lead a lot of rehearsals.
Okay. And so what are you kind of looking for in rehearsals? Like, I mean, what are when you say conduct, what are you doing? Are you listening for wrong notes? Are you controlling tempo?
We're controlling the tempo. And
is one of the main things?
Yeah.
Okay. So I assume, so you guys love marching band, I assume. So do you like being a drum major as opposed to actually being out there playing?
It's a little bittersweet because there's a lot more responsibility, and despite what people think, not having to march, I still do a lot of work off the field that they don't see, and then
None of the glory.
All of the.
So is it like you get all the blame or you get all the credit if like the thing does well?
Well, I receive the awards if we get any at the end of the competition. So.
And if you don't get any, do you get the blame then?
Yeah.
And by extension, will Kate then next year be getting the credit or the blame?
Yeah.
It's kind of like hospital administration. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, I usually tell them that this is basically a middle management position.
Yes, it is, very much so.
It is.
Yeah.
And they have just enough power to do some things, but not enough to, really make huge decisions.
So, Kate, in the world of business, or now you got me goofed up. In the world of band, what instruments do you play? What would you play if you were marching in the marching
If I was marching, I'd be playing mellophone.
Okay.
For concert band, I play French horn.
What is a mellophone?
A mellophone, it is in the same key as a French horn, so
okay.
That all part is there.
So it's brass?
It's brass, but it's kind of built like a fat trumpet, and it has same trumpet fingerings.
Okay.
But more of a French horn.
So it's a marching.
So it's a bigger trumpet, basically?
Yes.
With a more mellow sound?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but you can play it just like a trumpet?
Yeah.
It uses trumpet fingerings.
So if I knew how to play trumpet, so it's like a clarinet and a bass clarinet are basically similar, right?
Kind of.
I was a 44th chair clarinetist, so I thought about moving over to being a bass clarinet because there was only one other one of those, so I could have been second right off the bat. And they're like, it's the same fingerings or something, but I... And you, Kale?
I would also be playing mellophone and French horn. And then for jazz band, she plays bass and I play guitar.
Nice. Yeah. You're lacking something, though, aren't you? Somebody to drop a fat funk for you. A drummer.
A drummer?
Jazz band.
That's Iris.
That's Iris.
Yeah.
Oh, Iris. Still... My offer still stands for the drum off. I mean, as long as you well know, as long as we're not using sheet music. So, Kale, what other activities are you involved in?
I'm involved in cross country and track.
So, is it difficult to manage cross country and marching band?
It does take up a lot of time. I think ever since I started getting a drum major, I've noticed like a lot of kids are starting to get into sports and band, and it kind of puts a big hole in our schedule that we
you're missing around. People that yeah, sure. Well, I suppose you'd like them to be involved in more things, but there's only so much you can do in a day, right? Yeah. So plans for next year at all?
I've been accepted to Iowa State engineering, so that's my plan right now. I don't know what kind of engineering quite yet.
How about the kind where you drive a train?
I don't know if that's really engineering, though.
I think that's the only engineering that I have.
So, congratulations, you got into my fallback school. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. All right, we'll say hi to your parents quick.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Kim and
Clint Wolichki.
All right. You've raised a good kid. All right, Kate, other activities that you're in?
Well, currently I am swimming for Iowa City West High, since our school doesn't have a swim team.
I'm aware. How's that going?
Yes.
So you go up there early in the morning, or?
I go after school.
Okay.
It's going really well. I had a meet yesterday that went really well.
Won?
Yeah, we won the dual meet, and then all my events I won.
Very
and
nice.
We dropped time. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So, I hate swimming. I mean, I like watching it, and it's unbelievable to watch people do it. It's incredible. It's I think one of the worst sports for me personally. What they call a sinker, not a swimmer. So you're just a junior, but have you thought about what you are wanting to do a year and a half from now?
I think about it, yeah, but I'm still really unsure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. Healthcare?
Maybe.
I didn't feel like that was. All right, we're going to say hi to Ryan and Diana.
Hi, Ryan and Diana.
And
happy birthday, Ryan.
Happy birthday, Ryan. What else are you thinking? You guys going to do concert band too then?
Yeah, that's after marching band.
And you do mellophone for that, or trumpet?
French horn.
Or French horn. And you do French horn for, you already say that?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Do you think Hughes will let you into the pit in the future? Better know how to read music. That's all I know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to be in the pit.
I do.
Again, it depends on the show. There are shows.
All right. Well, I want to thank you guys for being here. Kate, Kale, Mr. Hughes, you guys did a great job. It's been a pleasure. And please keep an eye out for the marching band this year and try to get to some of those competitions. And best of luck.
Thank you.
It's always great to have you guys.